Joining us here from Expo is National Milk Producer Federation's Chris Galen. Chris, let's talk first of all about milk price. At least we are starting to see some improvement.
Yeah, certainly 2019 will be the best year since 2014 in terms of milk prices. And to top it off, we have over $300 million in dairy margin coverage payments that the USDA is making to farmers this year. So this has been a very generous program, which is what we wanted when we worked with Congress back in 2018 to create this program in the 2018 Farm Bill.
Let's also talk about the fact that it was a year ago you and I were here talking about the USMCA because the three countries had come together with an agreement, but it's still not ratified.
No, and there's still negotiations going on right now on Capitol Hill between Democrats in the House and the Trump administration. We do think that the signs are encouraging from the Democratic leadership that despite all the talk about impeachment and all the energy that that's going to draw here this fall, that they still want to do business as usual in other areas, and certainly the USMCA vote is got to be a front burner issue.
How important will the recently signed U.S.-Japan agreement be to dairy?
Well, right now we're encouraged by what we see, although not all the details are out, but what we've told the administration is that we need to see that U.S. farmers have the same market access to Japan as our competitors do. Otherwise, if we're in a competitive position where we're going to be on our back heels, that's not going to work for us.
Another area you continue to work on is some of the labeling issues that we've had with some of the, imitation products. Talk about that.
Sure. Well, we are continuing to bang away at FDA to enforce existing standards defining milk and other dairy products as the product of an animal. The plant-based foods are going to be out there, but the important thing is they have to be labeled properly. And at least in the situation with dairy, the plant-based foods are not, in many cases, labeled properly. So what we are doing is calling out products that are misbranded, that are not in compliance with FDA standards, and then calling on the FDA to do something about it. And that's why we need to see the FDA do what it should be doing and restrict the use of these dairy terms to real dairy products.
Well, it's always good to see you. Lots on the plate for dairy farmers. National Milk Producer Federation's Chris Galen.